Made it to Detroit. Look like shit, it's damn near empty here. On my way to get the car rental. Making sure I'm masked up. And not only masked up, but I got my mask, my shades on. What's going on, YouTube? My YouTube fam. Here in Detroit, I decided to defy all odds. Hopefully I don't get sick. You know, I'm doing what I gotta do. I wear my mask when I'm around people, gloves, hand sanitizer, all that shit is a necessary necessity that I keep with me at all times on some real shit. I go to the store, I go anywhere, I got my mask on. You know what I mean? I hand sanitize as soon as I leave about that motherfucker. Before I go anywhere else, I hand sanitize again. So trying my best to stay safe. Because they saying that Detroit supposed to be like a hot zone out here. I decided to go because the flight was only $28. I mean, $28 flight to go see my family. It was worth it. Everything is nice and cheap as far as the airlines go. But I want to give a little bit about my experience too. Because I've been sitting home too, watching the news. And the news pretty much have you feeling like shit. You leave your house, you catching it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I was feeling. That's why I was so skeptic about getting on that plane and flying. It was a lot of seats empty on the plane, but it still was at least 100 people to 120 people on the plane from Dallas to Detroit. You know, I wasn't even expecting that many people to come. And out of that 100, maximum about 125 people, I would say maybe no more than 10 people had masks on. And I was one of the 10. I had mask and gloves and hoodie. I wasn't playing. But I don't know if it's just people not taking this whole thing seriously. Most likely it's just like people ain't taking this shit seriously. I mean, let's just be real about it, especially getting on an airplane, confined area. I made sure I didn't sit next to nobody. I didn't sit in my assigned seat. I just went and sat in it. The row that I saw was empty. And my guide is the best thing to do is if you see a row that's empty, if you plan on flying around this time, because they saying only essential flying or whatever. You know, for me it's essential to see my family. But if you plan on flying, try to get on the plane last so that if you see an empty row as close as possible, that's the seat that I'm taking. You know what I mean? And you ain't no sense to sit next to nobody. Damn sure don't want to sit next to nobody like they sweating or coughing. Them two things that I'm looking for heavily if I got to sit next to somebody. So I'm not doing that at all when it comes to flying. But I'm letting people know that what's going on out here because like I said on the flight, I didn't want to record nobody or whatever. But a lot of people ain't have mask, gloves on or nothing. They just out here, you know, like shit was regular, you know what I mean? And even now, as I'm going to a bunch of different places, I see the same shit, like, especially in Detroit. People just out here like shit regular, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna get with y'all in a minute on this next little video that I'm about to kick. Just giving y'all an update of what I was doing, especially getting on that airplane and flying out. What's going on, YouTube? I'm back at the airport, and as you can see, man, it is empty. You get a whole full one. Prior to scheduled departure, or your reservation is subject to cancellation. I'm talking about this is Detroit Metro Airport, and it is bone empty. I see why flights are so cheap. It's crazy because a lot of people was flying to Detroit. Then I realized it's a hot zone. I got to get up out of here. Nobody's flying up out of here though. Very interesting. But it is what it is. I know I'm getting up out of here, that's for sure. Hopefully not too many people on my flight. What I don't like is when you check in, and how do you do the random seats? They always want to give you the farthest seat first. It's like, why I can't get the closer seat first and then let the plane fill up through the back? But it don't matter. I'm pretty confident this will not be a full flight. I expect to have a whole row to myself on both sides. Hopefully no one in front of me and hopefully no one behind me. I don't care if I got to sit in the back or the front. As long as those are my requirements are met and those are my requirements. Yes, I have a mask on. Yes, I have shades on and a hat. My hands are no gloves, but I'm only touching my itself, as crazy as that sound, no freaky stuff. And they got plenty of places for hand sanitizer, so I can sanitize as often as I would like. And it look like all of them are staying full, which is awesome. A lot of stuff is closed inside of Detroit Metro Airport, and that's fine with me also. I came my usual 2 hours early. Of course, I walked right through security. No wait at all. So it's pretty interesting. I guess I could have came at least an hour later and waited an hour, but now I got a little wait. But it's just giving y'all an update of how it is flying straight out of Detroit Metro Airport to DFW, Dallas Fort Worth Airport. Both airports have had confirmed cases where employee has confirmed had the coronavirus. So I'm taking every safety precaution I possibly can. I get home, I'm taking all my clothes off. As soon as I hit the door, throwing them in the bag and prepare them to get washed immediately. And take a shower, of course. I don't plan on being around nobody coughing and no shit like that. Now, what I would say is out of everybody I ran into, no one was sick. I've only heard of one of my friends that was sick, and he was quarantining, which was good. But everyone else I've been around, no one has been sick, and no one has even known anybody to be sick. So it's not as common as maybe the media is playing it, from my experience. And I have been around people. When I go home, I do plan on quarantining. Hopefully I don't get sick. If I don't get sick within the 7 days, I guess, I would not have caught the virus. I had my mask on every time I was around a crowd of people. I'm gonna have my mask on from the entire time I'm at this airport all the way until I land and get in my car and drive away is when I'm taking this mask off. So it's staying on me the whole time. I'm not taking any chances. So be safe. Peace.